Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 17, Punish Slaves Inside the Korean Kitchen. A man in his 30s in gray looked at the middle-aged man in his 40s with embarrassment. I saw this middle-aged man with an ordinary face, but his eyes flashed fiercely. Under his mustache, he grinned and revealed a row of yellow teeth. Jong Shaozi, don't worry, something has happened. I'm going to take care of him. The man surnamed Jong said bitterly, Gu Wan is in charge. Although the uncle Han Qiancheng made a mistake, he is also the son of the owner of the family, a member of the direct line, and a distinguished status. Once the owner of the family knows that the food is not delivered, he is in charge of you. It won't be better. Gu Wan's expression sank. Boy Jong, do you look down on Gu? As a kitchen manager, how can Gu as a kitchen manager compare to Han Qiancheng who has already committed a crime? The elders of the family would like to wait for this guy to die. Keep your eyes open and close your eyes, as long as the patriarch does not want to cause the elders to rebound, he can only let go of this matter. To tell you the truth, if Gu dares to do this, there will naturally be someone behind him. The old man takes care of everything, you can rely on you for everything small. The man surnamed Jong thought for a while, and finally smiled flatteringly. Gu Wan nodded in satisfaction. A mere slave, dare to compare me with my father. I really do not live or die. A cold voice suddenly sounded behind Gu Wan. Gu Wan was shocked and was about to turn around. A strong force had already acted on Gu Wan, and he kicked Gu Wan away, and fell to the ground severely, knocking down the pot. Gu Wan's face turned pale, and a mouthful of blood spurted out. How unusual is Han Feng's angry kick. If this kick hit Cuba, it would be enough to kill Cuba. Gu Wan, as a manager, is actually not high in his cultivation level, but only in the middle stage of the mortal stage that has opened up the two main veins. Originally, this level of cultivation was unable to do this. According to Han Feng's understanding, Gu Wan was saved by the fourth elder 10 years ago. Because of the face of the four elders, he got the post of steward. Gun is just an ordinary person, with low qualifications, and he can't even compare to the 9th grade. It is said that when he was rescued 10 years ago, he was barely considered a warrior in the early mortal stage, which is roughly equivalent to the strength of Cuba today. The ancient omnipotent cultivation to the mid-mortal stage realm where the two main veins are opened up is the oil and water obtained by managing things. Gu Wan was furious at this moment. You dare to attack your own business. Due to his anger, Gu Wan ignored the internal energy that Han Feng had erupted before. From Gu Wan's point of view, if Han Feng hadn't attacked him, he would never have been injured so easily. Boy, look for a fight. Gun jumped up and rushed to Han Feng, his claws like eagles. This is a high-level martial art eagle claw skill that is about the same level as the condensed claw skill. Han Feng gave a sneer, and suddenly grabbed his claws, and grabbed Gu Wan's wrist in Gu Wan's incredible gaze. As soon as Han Feng turned, he made a click, and Gu Wan fell to the ground with a scream, dripping with cold sweat. Damn it! Damn it! If it wasn't for your kid to attack the man, how could he lose to you, kid? Was taken down by Han Feng in one fell swoop, which Gu Wan could not have imagined, and yelled again and again after being embarrassed. Han Feng sneered, your son once attacked me sneakily, which is considered a return to you. What's more, you have been in your 40s, and you have cultivated for so many years, but you have cultivated with me for a few years, and you have just reached one level of internal energy. The people of the month fight, in the final analysis, you are the one who takes advantage. If you lose all this way, you can only say that you are too wasteful. No wonder you have a waste son. You! How dare you! Gu Wan was very angry with his only son, Han Feng said, and Gu Wan was spitting out blood again. The bullies deceive others. If you want to blame, blame yourself. Han Feng's expression was cold. Han Feng knew in his heart that he was able to win so refreshing. Firstly, the inner strength cultivated by practicing the 9 flames different fire art was more powerful than the ordinary inner strength. The inner strength cultivation reached the peak of one main vein, which was comparable to the ordinary first entering the two masters. the mid-tier mortal martial artist of the vein. Secondly, it was indeed related to the sneak attack. It was about to be tested. Han Feng would not have a fair fight with Gu Wan, and wasted his physical strength and internal energy. Suddenly, Han Feng turned his head to look at the man surnamed Zhang. "What are you doing here, and what should I do?" "Yes, the little one knows." The man surnamed Zhang hurriedly got up, picked up the food, and walked towards Han Tiancheng's residence. It was not until the figure of the man surnamed Zhang disappeared that Han Feng stooped and threatened Gu Wan. "Old man, now my father and I are nothing like before. People who have tolerated, do their part, otherwise, the next time, it will not be as simple as vomiting a mouthful of blood. Remember, slaves will look like slaves." Han Feng then left. Outside the kitchen, the figure of the old you didn't know when he appeared, and his face was relieved. "You are indeed your son, miss, even his personality is somewhat similar." Seeing Master Feng, the old slave remembers the old you. Then, a few suspicious flashes flashed in the old you's eyes. However, the speed of Master Feng's strength development is strange. This is not something that low-grade qualifications can achieve. In just 1 month, from practicing without inner strength to getting through a main vein, and reaching the peak, it is a mid-level qualification, and it can't be done. Maybe it's a top-level qualification. Finally, blame it. As the son of a young lady, the stronger he is, the more relaxed the young lady will be. In the kitchen, Gu Wan looked resentful. "Let this steward suffer this loss and want to be beautiful? Brat, wait for the question of the 4 elders." Soon, Gu Wan struggled to get up and reported to the 4th elder. In the Han family discussion hall, Han Yu sat opposite the 6 elders. The great elder cleared his throat and said, "4 elders, you told us so many people to gather here www. Well, novel. Come, what's the matter?" The 4 elders told about Han Feng and Gu Wan's affairs. Of course, this must be a bit new to the facts. The truth is that Gu Wan deducted Han Tiancheng and Han Feng's breakfast and wanted to use Han Feng to reduce his physical strength and lose his training. Qualification for 10 people. As a result, what the 4 elders said was Han Feng's provocation. Several elders frowned. The 4 elders said angrily, "Although Gu Wan is a slave, we can't be so humble. If this is passed on, how can those slaves have no idea? This kid is so rampant just after he has cultivated his inner strength, how can he get it in the future?" Just as the elders were thinking about it, Han Yu let out a sneer. The 4 elders were suddenly dissatisfied. "Patriarch, what do you mean?" Han Yu looked coldly. "What do I mean?" The old man still wants to ask, "What do you mean by the 4th elders? Could it be that the Han family is your failure now, so distorting the facts?" After saying this, Han Yu immediately told the truth about the matter, and the elders were surprised. The 4 elders also looked surprised. "How is this possible? I saw it this morning and it was in the top 50. Well, according to the promise, there will be an increase today, that is, there will be 4 changes today." To be honest, at the beginning, Cabbage didn't expect it to be so fast. After all, there was no recommendation this week. 2 days, no, even 1 day to complete Cabbage's goals for this week, then Cabbage can only set new goals, the top 20. As long as you enter the top 20, Cabbage will add another chapter.